This is Chris Epting with an audio edition of Surf City Chronicles. Yesterday, a woman named Nichole posted this in a Facebook forum. She said, "My son goes to Springview Middle School. This is a song the teacher made up, which the class sang multiple times. It's not in textbook, and I was the first parent to find out they were singing it because my son brought home a journal he was not supposed to bring home. I have talked to the teacher and vice principal, and nothing was done, other than telling me they wouldn't sing it anymore. Thoughts? What should I do? What would you do?" Unquote. From that post erupted a real controversy within a matter of minutes, essentially, here in Huntington Beach yesterday. And Nichole Negron spoke to me a few minutes ago about what her experience was like at the school, last night speaking at City Council, and a few other things, too. I thought it would be interesting to kind of get her take on it, not in a 30-second soundbite, but something a little bit more extensive. And we'll be talking to her again, obviously. But this is Nichole's take on what she went through in terms of the material her son brought home from Springview, and just what the ramifications have been and what may be happening in the future. So I hope you enjoy this, Nichole. Thank you for chatting with me for Surf City Chronicles. And as I said at the end of the interview, we'll be following up as soon as there's more news to talk about. Here's our discussion. You released an issue this week that really became sort of an instant firestorm here in Huntington Beach. Why don't you describe what happened originally with what your son brought home, and then what happened from there?
The kids keep a journal in their class of what they're learning. It's just kind of like a study guide to help them study for their tests. It's not something that they bring home until the end of the year when all their classwork comes home. But for some reason, my son decided to bring it home on accident. Well, when I was looking through it, I came across a song that was rewritten. It was a popular song on the radio. This is our fight song, and the lyrics were changed. When I asked him about it, he said that they were singing it together as a class, and that they've sung it multiple times. Well, it's very concerning because the lyrics come off to me as preaching their religion, and basically telling my son and the other children that, to spread Allah's word and that they should follow, and it was very disturbing. So I went into the teacher the next morning and spoke with her and tried to get her side. Maybe she was coming from a different perspective than what I got. And what she said was that she knew that it might cause concern, but yet she did it anyways. So she said she was just trying to prepare the students for the test, and by putting it into a song that it would better, help them soak up the information. But my concern is that the lyrics in the song I don't think they were from the book. They came across as more religious to me, and I didn't think it helped him study for the test, because if that's what he was testing on, then there's a whole other problem. But the principal then came in. We got the principal, and she actually got into a discussion about Christianity with me and told me that she is very Christian and she goes to church every Sunday with her family, and that if I was a Christian and my kid was a Christian, that I shouldn't be worried that this song might sway him, which I found to be offensive in itself. I am Christian, but that shouldn't matter.
It's a little strange. Yeah, it's a little strange you're having this discussion at all in a school with a principal, honestly.
With the vice principal, yeah. It was very off-putting.
Was it the principal or the vice principal?
It was the vice principal. And I do believe that she had no idea about the song. I think seeing me was the first time seeing this song. And when I presented it to her, because I did have the journal, and I showed it to her, I said, this is what the song is. She read about halfway through and decided that was enough. And she just didn't really have anything to say to me. She didn't say that this wouldn't happen again. She didn't apologize. The teacher was more apologetic than the vice principal.
What was the teacher apologizing for?
She didn't want to. I think she was apologizing for offending me, and for apologizing for maybe that it came off inappropriate. But she wasn't. She said she wasn't trying to offend people or come across this way.
But you said
I think
that
if that were
she
true,
but she had also told you that she knew it might be controversial or something like that.
yes, she said she knew it might have been a problem with some parents, but she chose to do it anyway. So I'm like, if that doesn't, if you know about that it's going to be wrong, you should have maybe you could have sent a letter home saying, preparing the parents that we're going to be singing the song, or I've made this song to help your kids, or something.
Yeah. Did you look back? No, look. I don't have a child your age in the district, but in terms of curriculum, they cover other religions, obviously, as a matter of course. Did you look at any of the other materials that may have been applied to Christianity or Judaism, or if the same sort of, project work was done in regards to other religions, or was it just this one?
I did look at his book, and I'm okay with everything that's in the textbook. But I looked back in his journal, and I don't see any songs being printed, or made to be sung about any other thing so far. This is the first one, which I find odd. I've been told that she does do the songs a lot because it helps them relate to the information.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But I didn't see anything in his journal regarding any other issues.
Do you know if is it a matter of timing? Like, have they covered other religions yet? Like, do you know where this particular religion falls within the scheduling? You know what I mean? Have they covered any other religion yet, or was this the first one of the term? Do you know?
Oh, that's the first one that I know of.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, maybe
I know they covered. They did Greece. Let's see, but they didn't get into religion.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
now you had shared online as well, Nichole, a couple of sort of diagrams and sketches and notations and I guess other things that were part of the journaling. Describe those.
I'm sorry?
You had also included images of little sketches and notes and things as part of the journaling. Can you describe those pieces?
Yes, there is one. It's labeled stick figure, and it has 3 stick figure people. The first stick figure is holding a book, which I'm assuming is to be the Quran, because above it there is a bubble that says, "Believe in Allah, there is no other God." There is a stick figure next to him holding a bag of money and a dollar bill, and above him the bubble says, "You are a threat. I'm not giving my money to the poor." Then next to him is a stick figure with a smile, and he has 2 bubbles. One says, "Because he wants to help the poor, I believe in your God." And I found that disturbing in itself because there's no explanation in the picture. I'm not understanding why he has to write these phrases.
And these are pieces that are not ever supposed to go home, or not till the end of the year. Do you know?
They come home at the end of the year.
So you would see them eventually. I mean, it's just the fact that you saw it kind of in midstream is what obviously exposed a lot of this. But every parent would eventually see these at the end of the term.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen anything like this? Has there been anything else out of the school that's concerned you in terms of something you might perceive as an agenda or something that may have upset you, or is this the first time it's happened?
No, this is the first time.
And then
I'm pretty involved, like in homework, because I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Mm-hmm.
So, they have a portal online where you get to go and check their grades and for missing assignments. And the reason why this didn't come to me sooner, I would have asked questions sooner because he's getting a good grade and he has no missing assignments online and he doesn't bring homework home.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't ask him about it. I didn't really ask him about what was going on in the classroom because I didn't feel there was a need to.
Right.
When he had a missing assignment online, I checked and I saw that every single assignment, the only thing in his class was about Allah, 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 you know, Islam, 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 Islam. And that plus the book, I'm like, okay, it prompted me to start asking questions.
Mm-hmm. Now, last night, you and your mom went to the OVSD board meeting, and you spoke before the board during public comments, and then you were interviewed by a number of news stations afterwards. What was the experience like for you last night?
I'm going to say it was overwhelming. I wasn't really prepared to handle the media just yet. Not that I was opposed to it, because I strongly believe that this needed to get out. Mm-hmm. But at the time, I wasn't really prepared. I just wanted to make aware to the parents. I felt that it was unfair that us as parents didn't have the opportunity to withdraw our children from this particular activity. And so I just wanted to make it known to the parents. And since I don't know the parents, you know, the only place I had to do so was at the district meeting and social media.
Well, in terms of the social media, it certainly blew up. I mean, within just like a couple of minutes. How did you measure the feedback? Did you find people to be mostly supportive? Because again, what you posted wasn't necessarily a condemnation of anything. It was more a question of concern, and it seemed like you were actually soliciting opinion. How did you interpret the opinion? Was most of it in favor of what you were saying? Was there a right to be concerned, or was it more like, no, this is just part of a, you know, I saw there were people that are fond of the teacher as well. It was sort of a mixed bag on there. What was your personal feeling like in terms of feedback? Did you feel like people were supporting you?
I feel like most of the people were supportive, and most of them understood what I was saying. I wasn't trying to damn the teacher or, you know, make it personal against the teacher, although I believe she is at fault since she created it. But you know, you get those people that are like, burn her at the stake, this should never be. This is such a sensitive subject and a sensitive topic, and it's happening right now in the world. It's not history. It's present time. Mm-hmm. So I just think she should have been more careful, and I think that other parents and other people agree, and it's sensitive right now. It's too close to home, and people get outraged when, I don't know, they don't have a choice, you know.
Well, evidently the school board gave an apologetic letter to the media last night, but not to you, right? No,
not to me. They have yet to contact me. I know that it's probably going to take some time because they need to get with the school and the teacher, but I found it a little odd. I felt like it was just to save face in the media at the time.
Well, what did did you see the letter, or can you convey what? I didn't see it. Did you see a copy of it last night?
I did see a copy of the letter, and it just said, we would like to apologize if we offended anybody, and that we're looking into this matter.
So do you think, I mean, beyond your contact at the school with the vice principal and the teacher, you've had no other contact with anybody else in the district?
No, I have not.
Are you expecting somebody to contact you? And what would you like to happen next, or how do you see sort of the next phase of this?
I would like them to contact me. I would like to talk to them and just, you know, kind of see what they would like to do about the situation. Mm-hmm. I think maybe there should be protocol in place. Maybe if your teachers are going to stray outside of the curriculum on such heavy topics, you know, that involve religion, I think that maybe they should send a letter home, or they need to get the approval of the parents first.
Mm-hmm. Did you speak?
Or maybe just eliminate that option.
Did you speak to any other parents in the class that you know about this to get their impressions?
I don't know any parents that are in the class with my son, but I do know somebody who has the class after my son, and she wasn't very thrilled either. I believe she went to the school as well, and I have several friends whose kids don't go to the school any longer, but they were also very upset and went to the school.
Well, Nichole, listen, thanks for I know your last 24 hours have been hectic and harried, but you spoke out, you went. That's tough to do, to go speak at a meeting like that. And I saw you last night and thought you did a very good job. And again, then to come out and be hit by all the bright lights and cameras and reporters is a whole other situation altogether.
Yeah,
But I think it
it was
takes a lot of
hectic.
courage to speak out and just ask the question, and that's all you did. And I think
Yeah,
the city will certainly be better for that. What happens in terms of other discussions is certainly not on your head. You just simply posed a question. So
yeah,
maybe we can talk again as this thing progresses and as you get more information. I think it would be. I think people are curious about this. I mean, obviously it's a hot topic. A lot of people got engaged on it very quickly, and you're the one that sort of got the ball rolling. So hopefully there will be some kind of more formal address about this from the school board soon.
I hope so. I hope so.
All right, and we will.
Yeah,
You and I can catch up again on this as it moves forward, if that's okay with you.
yeah, that sounds great. And thank you for listening to me, and thank you for supporting. And I look forward to speaking more about it.